This is Pane Siciliano. Do you think semolina is just for making pasta? Think again. Look at this stunning yellow saffron crumb, nutty, sweet, and the crust shatters like glass. Let's bake it. For this recipe, you want to grab some high-quality, high-protein semolina. This one right here is double-milled Rimacinata with 13% protein, which is absolutely perfect for making bread. Definitely try to find something similar to this. We're actually not going to mix this in a bowl. We are bringing everything right out onto the counter to make this traditional way. Just like pasta, but this time bread. Let's have fun. Start with 700 grams flour, 490 grams water, 140 gram active starter, 10 grams honey, 14 grams salt. Mixy. We made a well to keep everything nice and clean inside. It's so peaceful. This right here, my friend, is life. You can even do this with your kids. I guarantee they're gonna love it. Mix all the ingredients nice and slowly. And if some part collapse, some water comes out, don't panic, trim that part with some semolina. Voila! Keep mixing and gently bring some of the flour inward to incorporate it with water and other ingredients. Once the flour has absorbed most of the water, dish the fork and use your hands to mix it all together. Better idea, use a scraper if you want to keep things less messy. Bring everything together nicely and start kneading it a little bit. Now that we have a shaggy dough like this, it's time to adjust the hydration. If it feels too sticky, just add a little bit of flour. Work fast here, you don't have a ton of time to knead this bad boy. It's gonna get sticky soon. This is where your bench scraper becomes your best friend. Scoop the dough, lift it up, fold it over on itself, and shape it on the counter. Use a slap and fold or whatever technique works for you. Once the dough starts coming together a bit, it's time to add the extra virgin olive oil. And now again, you don't have a ton of time, so use that olive oil as your advantage and knead this bad boy just a bit before it gets sticky. Beautiful. Time to round it up one last time. You know the rules. Like any other sticky dough, let the time to do its part. Cover it up and let it rest for 30 minutes. Time to do some stretch and folds right here on the counter. Why not? Stretch it as much as possible. Semolina dough behaves completely differently than regular sourdough. Once again, use your scraper to drag the dough across the counter, smooth it out, and shape it into a nice ball. Beautiful. At this stage, the dough isn't going to be sticky anymore and won't even stick to your hands. Now, of course, instead of this, you can do some stretch and fold inside the bowl, but make sure to not pull it so hard. It will tear apart. Cover it up and let it rest for another 30 minutes. 45 minutes later, the dough is looking smoother and feeling a lot less sticky, so I'm going to give it another round of stretch and fold on the counter. And then everything going to be the same. Smooth it out with the help of the counter. Into the bowl and let it rest for another 45 minutes. Modern recipe cheat by adding 30 to 50% strong bread flour to this dough. But I'm trying to make this as close as possible to an authentic old school Pane Siciliano. 45 minutes later, as you see, I'm doing coil fold. Try to be as gentle as possible. I mean, look at this gorgeous yellow dough. Another 45 minutes rest and last set of coil fold. After finishing last set of coil fold, the dough should look like this, and the ideal temperature should be around 25 to 27 degrees Celsius. This right here is perfect. To make the shaping process easier, I'm gonna cold ferment this dough. But let the fermentation kickstart before transferred into the fridge for a slow cold fermentation, somewhere between 30 minutes to 1 hour. Into the fridge and call it a day. The next beautiful morning, hey, what's up? This is my well-fermented semolina dough right out of the fridge. Lots of fermentation and beautiful bubbles going on here. The dough is airy and puffy. Since it's cold fermented, we have a good rise here. Dust up little semolina and bring it on the counter, which is gonna release like a piece of cake. Then cut it into 2 beautiful pieces. The dough is cold and much easier to handle. I'm just going to fold these 2 sides to overlapping each other, making something looks like kinda pre-shaped baguette. Cover them up, let them relax for 20 to 30 minutes. Now, I'm going to try something I've never done before. I'm trying to shape a traditional mafalda. It's not a perfect accordion shape, but bear me with this one. I'm spraying on a little water and dipping it into the seeds. I know it's supposed to be just white sesame seeds, but I only had a mix of black and white, and I couldn't separate them. My bad. And for the second one, nothing fancy, just a simple but hard shape to bring some good vibes and relief. Dipping this one into the seeds as well. Into the banneton, some more seeds to not waste anything, and let them proof. Which at 27 degrees Celsius, it's not gonna take more than 30 to 40 minutes. Poke the dough. If it bounces back slowly, it's ready to bake. Lastly, you might not score your Pane Siciliano, but I have to as I'm making it sourdough. You know, right? Alright, let's bake them. Into the preheated oven, bake at 230 degrees Celsius with lots of steam for 20 minutes. And then 20 minutes later, off the lid or cover, you can move them to upper rack. We need a moment to admire their beauty. I mean, look at them. Set the timer to 27 minutes and reduce the temperature to 210 degrees Celsius. After 10 to 15 minutes, if you feel they're gonna get so much color, you can even reduce the temperature to 190 degrees. Once you had them look like this, on a cooling rack and let them cool down completely. And the moment of truth. Let's check the crumb. I mean, look at this yellow gorgeous crumb. And the favorite part of my job, tasting time. This is a fluffy bread, my friend. And it smells like nothing I had before. Oh wow. Beautiful flavor. Delizioso. I am seriously loving this bread. It's definitely going on my favorite list. Where this been all of my life? This was my first time trying this amazing bread. You're gonna make this again and again and again. Alright, I guess that's it. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. As always, keep baking and take good care of yourselves.